Welcome out, everybody, to some RGL Invite Sixes. This is Season 5. Playoffs Round 1. It's the number 2 versus number 3 seeded teams, GCI, taking on Rebirth Esports. My name's Godfather. I'm joined by Just Jazz, Dolphin, behind the scenes tonight. How you doing, Jazz?
Yeah, doing very well. Coming to you live from the land down under Melbourne, Australia. Getting ready and really excited for some of this, invite level in playoff action. There we go. Both of these teams, Rebirth and Global Clan Ice, doing very well this season, and yeah, I think we're in for a really good match. We got some, all-star lineups, some all-star maps, and an all-star casting crew. So it's going to be a good.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited over here on my side of the world. Sitting on the casting couch tonight, and we got 3 good maps for you. We're going to be on Process, followed by Snakewater, and if it goes to it, got CP Sunshine to close things out. And yeah, some great maps. We've seen these teams play each other twice already this season, of course, and now up on screen are the map bans. So, Jazz, you want to run us through those?
Yeah, I'll pull up the screen. So,
No
sorry, sorry. Yeah, so Rebirth banned Villa for their first pick, followed up by Global Clan banning the favorite Metalworks. I was actually really hoping to see Metalworks this night, but don't always get what you want. And then Rebirth picks Process, Global Clan picks Snakewater, Rebirth bans Clear Cut, one of the best Koth maps I think in the pool. Global Clan following that up with a product ban. Rebirth banning Bagel, so we got all 3 Koth maps out in one pick ban session, and then the Thai Settler, if we get to that, is going to be on Sunshine. So we have 3 favorite Pug maps going for you today. 3 maps that have been in the pool for as long as I've been around, and yeah, it should be a fun night. These teams, both Rebirth and Global Clan, we've had the pleasure of watching them throughout the course of the season, and we were on a Rebirth cast when they all, they're really taking Freyo Tech to task. So I think having seen both of those players, or both of those teams, again, we're in for a really fun night here.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be a very fun one to watch. Definitely get your popcorn going. We can run down rosters here now before we get into it. If I am correct, for GCI tonight, we will have Yite and Brandslam on scouts. Laz and Ash are your soldiers. Alex.exe is the demo man, and 404 on medic.
Yeah, and then on the side of Rebirth Esports, we have Shamu's Pocket Scout, Yoshi's Flame, Mirror Man, the Pocket Soldier, Crypt Roamer, Junie from Spy Kids, Dingo as they know him in other places as Demo, and then Virgil as Med. So, all-star lineups, like I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely 2 great teams here coming in, and they've had very close matchups. There was a first one of the season when they played each other February 24th. That was week 5A on Sunshine. GCI was able to take it 5-2, so pretty cleanly. But then in their second matchup, not too long ago on the 21st of March, that was on Snakewater, GCI narrowly taking it 5-4 against Rebirth. That was the second floating match, so perhaps we'll see a bit of magic come back here tonight from Rebirth and make things work in their favor. Definitely excited to see what they're able to do on in these fights and make momentum, set the pace for themselves, and really try to take this win home.
Yeah, and I mean, and both teams have been playing together for quite a while. Rebirth Esports, being the old Witness Gaming from last season. A lot of these players on Witness have they're consistent invite level players, and so I think for them, getting into playoffs was always going to be the goal. So now that they're in playoffs, they're obviously going to want to take this as far as they can. As well, the guys over on Global Clan Ice, this is the 3rd season together. So they've got a really strong level of cohesion, of teamwork that they've built up. Having Brandslam, Yite, Ash, Alex.exe as your main combo of the team, as that main core over the course of a few seasons, that's going to build up a level of cohesion that it's really what you need to be able to compete at that high level. And I think I think again, I always say it's going to be a great match, but it is going to be a great match, and I think whoever comes out of this to face Froyotech is going to be in for. I think Froyotech's going to be in for a challenge.
Yeah, definitely Froyotech obviously went undefeated this season, or in the regular season, uh, not losing too many rounds as well. But the rounds they have won have been the majority against these playoff teams, and we saw on Tuesday they were able to take it home against Mal and move on to upper bracket. But these two teams here tonight, Global Clans put up great fights against them. As Banny mentioned in interviews, Rebirth maybe not as strong in their scrims against Froyotech, but they always seem to bring it out and step it up a notch during playoffs, or excuse me, during matches, and I'm expecting them to step it up on notch further here for this playoff matchup. We have on screen the situation for progressing through playoffs, double elimination here in Invite, so you're not out entirely if you take the L tonight, but definitely a harder path to that grand finals spot.
Yeah, and I've been very interested to see Rebirth again. I remember when we did that cast where they had played Froyuk and really again took them to task. It was such a tight game, and it really seemed like that. Even though when you think of Rebirth, you may not think of these players being like really top level invite players, but what it seems like to me that they are a bit of a sum of the parts is greater than the whole type of situation, where they may not be again the most top level players. I mean, they're still a lot better than I ever will be, but their level of teamwork, how they all work together, how they all complement each other and make up for each other's faults, has made them a bit of a dark horse this season. And I think they've given themselves a really good showing across the course of the season. Coming in as third seed is definitely nothing to shake a stick at. So I think. While I do think Global Clan Ice is coming in to this playoff picture as the favorites, I think Rebirth is they're definitely going to give them a run for me, and they're going to make them work for it.
Absolutely, a lot of great players on both teams. I think if we're going to look at some matchups here, now as we're waiting for teams to join the server, I'm going to be watching this Demo Man matchup. If Junie's able to have a really great game tonight, and is able to just output all that damage, stay with the team, and all sorts of things like that. This is going to look a lot better for Rebirth. But if Junie's not on top of their game tonight, I think Global Clan's going to have a lot easier of a time. But there are a lot of great players in both teams, so really anyone can step up their game and carry this one tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking of these matchups, especially the demo fight, Junie versus Alex. What I've noticed having watched some of the GCI games is Alex typically he's not as frag heavy a demoman as some other demomen in Invite are. He's really consistently focuses on just doing damage, right? He's not doing the damage and then trying to follow up with the pipes. He's trying to get as much damage done for the rest of his players so that his scouts, his soldiers can go clean up. And he's almost acting as that artillery fire behind the front lines, just slinging missiles over the infantry's heads and trying to chip down the other team. Dingo, of course, is a great demo man. I do think sometimes he can be a bit baity towards his team, so ultimately, I guess it depends. Is Dingo going to be on bait mode tonight, or is he going to be on I'm going to, grab my my stuff and flex it on the other team? So that'll be a really interesting matchup. As well, I think the Ash versus Mirrorman matchup is going to be interesting as well. I think there's a slight favor towards Mirrorman just because of how vocal of a player he can be, but I mean, Ash has been at the top of Invite for such a long time, and there's a reason for that. So, we'll see how that matchup plays. But I think both of these teams are pretty well evenly matched. But I think it's I mean, if I had to throw a prediction, GCI has won both of the matches that they this season, 5-4 and 5-2. I think they're going to get the 5 points. on the first map, I think it might be like a 3-2 type of game.
Yeah, I think just looking at this first map, which is process as we've mentioned earlier, I think Rebirth has a bit of a shot here to take it. I think it might be pretty close actually. I'm thinking 5-3, 5-4 in favor of Global Clan, but I'm really looking for Rebirth to step up their game tonight, come out of the gate swinging and go hard and try to take this one home quickly and efficiently. So I definitely don't think that it's going to be a wipe one way or the other here tonight. Should be a very close game, and yeah, excited to see what both teams can do.
Is there any matchups that you're looking forward to seeing?
Well, beyond the demo matchup that I've already mentioned, I think one thing to keep your eye on is soldiers and see how much space they're going to be able to make for their team, and coordination, following up on damage, all the staple invite level things that you hope and expect to see. I think if one team's soldier pair has an exceptionally great night or one team has a pretty poor night, that's definitely going to swing the tide in whichever team's favor that is. So definitely looking for again the likes of Mirrorman, Crypt for Rebirth, and Ash and Laz on the side of GCI to really step up their game as well and be that presence that both teams will end up needing.
Yeah, and again, I think just I think what Global Clan has done really well over the course of the last few seasons is they've really figured out their play style. Brand Slam, I think, always plays this really style of pocket scout. His goal is really defend Alex and make sure that Alex is well protected so that he can do his damage, and that he can also then follow up damage that Alex is putting out. Laz as well. Laz always all for one for all type of gameplay. So I think the teamwork on GCI is going to probably be like the deciding factor. But again, Rebirth, I don't want to like I'm sleeping on them, because I think they are really, really good. It's just a matter of can they rally together? Can they show up for these big matches, right? They really put on a show and show everybody why they're coming in as third seed. The question just has to be, are they going to show that tonight? Are they going to to put on their big boy panties and start slapping people around?
Yeah, but it sounds like we're getting live here, actually, as we're on this first map, which will be processed. So again, this is playoffs round 1, number 2 versus number 3 seeded teams, GCI versus Rebirth Esports. My name's Godfather, joined by Jazz on the mic, Dolphin behind the scenes, getting into this first mid now. We will be seeing just a little bit of spam being exchanged. Looks like Rebirth soldiers are both going a bit fast here. Crypt getting very low, though, going to look for the air from his medic there, get that heals up, and now we're seeing a bit of a rotation around to the right side. Ash jumping in, but here comes a double bomb from Rebirth soldiers. Laz is jumping on the other side of things. Alex is going to go down. Junifang, nice pipe. Mirrorman and Ash both go down. Now Yosh following as well. 2 down from each team. Now Crypt falling later in the fight. 3 down for Rebirth on this mid. They will be backing out, staying alive. Virgil also taking a decent amount of damage there, and forgot to mention this before the cast started, but be sure to spend your channel points. There's some fun things in there for you guys.
Yes, you have to spend the channel points. This is mandatory. Interesting mid there. Both Mirror and Crypt did go in for a big trying to split the attention, but I think they ended up splitting up their own team, and they ended up getting cleaned up. And then once GCI had the frags, they just moved forward and took the
there it is
accordingly.
Yeah,
oh my god, this map is amazing.
Yes, if you guys haven't had a chance, or Dolphin hasn't had a chance to show you guys around this map, it's beautiful. All thanks to Dolphin. Crypt is going to die. I believe he went in on a sack there. Dies to the soldiers, so it's a bit of a stalemate here. Both teams with their full Uber trying to figure out how to push, and it looks like GCI is going to rotate around through sewers, and here they come. Is it going to be a scout trying to catch up Mirrorman, but unable so far. Crypt still not responded here. Respawn. Here comes Mirrorman trying to pick up Ash. Maybe Ransom's going to go down. Nice damage from Junie, and now Shamook being a bit aggressive. He might be too greedy here. If he gets trapped out, that would not be good. Mirrorman jumping in. He's getting very low. He will go down. Yike. Cleaning up that frag. I'm going to have to turn down Dolphin because we can hear this stuff too, you guys. So I'm going to go turn down Dolphin real quick.
All I'm seeing in the chat is like so many channel points being redeemed.
Oh my
This
gosh!
is- We're in for a fun match. Big bomb coming in. He's actually gonna go into lobby. Actually,
Used.
Virgil's gonna get forced on 27 health. Really good force by GCI.
Laz still behind
had to-
too.
Yeah, interesting to set up the pincer, but he's got to move quickly, or is he going to be cleaned up in lobby? Who
Yeah,
knows?
he will go down. So now we're in a situation. Shamu trying to go in for a sack play here. Kind of solo scout, did not find a lot, but it did force GCI to back off a little bit. Virgil's going to do their best to build up an Uber, but at an 80% disad right now, as GCI is now getting presence onto second, looking to push in onto last. We'll have to see what the Rebirth hold looks like. And so far, we're seeing Yosh coming up on Sniper. He's going to be watching this number 4 entry spot. Looking for Alex right now. If someone peeks, the Uber is popped out. It's going to be onto the scout primarily. Alex taking the high ground, getting behind. Virtual needing a little bit of spam, but not too much. The gun is up level 1 right now, trying to catch up some players. Laz gets very weak, but the gun goes down. Crypt taken out as well. Now here comes a bomb from the soldiers. Everyone is falling right now from the side of Rebirth. 3 down. Alex is the only consolation prize. Mirrorman goes down as well. That will be a fast first round for the side of GCI as they go up 1-0 at the start of this game.
I would love to talk about what I saw, but my game crashed. So I'm rebooting right now.
All right,
But,
that's tragic. Now we're already right onto the second mid, though. Very fast here. Looks like we're going to see a double bomb again from the side of Rebirth soldiers. Getting back out now as they were unable to collect any frags and didn't get too much damage. Now Ash looks like he's going to be up in the sky. Not going deep, though. Just going to strafe around here. Lots of weak players for the side of Rebirth, but the first kill on this mid will go to Junie, finding Grandson with a nice pipe. Rebirth has all this positioning to work with. They're going to keep moving forward. Lots of weak players on the side of GCI there. Now, going in a little bit further is Crypt. He might get a bit of damage onto him, but he's going to be able to stay alive and keep this positioning. Alex is very aggressive. Yait's looking to come support him, but as this mid cap is now coming through, it's on Rebirth to start walking through choke. Ash goes for a bit of a bomb. Looks like 4-4 with their positioning is going to be pretty aggressive, actually. They're not giving any ground up to Rebirth as both teams are going to settle in with this even Uber situation.
Yeah, I think at this point, now that I'm back in the game, I can actually do a little bit about it. I think at this point now they, now that, I think 1-0 up, with, well, there's him coming in actually at the moment. Does he get anything? He doesn't. It only gets 50 damage on to 404. Yeah, big nope in the chat right there. But yeah, they're just.
Oh, here's another bomb.
Well, he's just gone behind.
Yeah.
So I think here, especially early in the game, it's just important to sort of poke and prod a little bit and see what you can get away with and what the other team is sort of lacking. So I think here we're actually seeing Brand Slam going really, really deep. I think at this point they're trying to make something happen for Laz, but he's actually gone down. As has so Rebirth with a one-man advantage. It's 5-4 at the moment. They're looking to poke and prod this a little bit with Shamu coming in and just trying to see what he can get. Junie from Spy Kids trying to just slow some stickies out, and they actually are taking some space now. So the rest of the team has to start moving forward. Junie, you can't be baiting here, my friend. Oh, but Yosh right on the combo, but ends up going down.
Yeah, a bit of damage onto the med there, but unable to secure it out, as now just going to re-stabilize and as you were saying, poking and prodding, not a bad thing to be doing right now. Trying to get a feel for how the other team's playing. Laz getting pretty darn low there on the flank as he was doing a bit of poke for himself, but he'll back off, get healed up. Going to be looking maybe for a sack attempt here. Oh, actually it's going to be Yosh coming up on Sniper now for the side of Rebirth. So if he's able to find an opening pick and let Rebirth, open the floodgates for them to walk forward, that will definitely be a break to the stalemate here. It's the second one of the night. It's lasting a bit longer. Just a fact of sixes that this will happen.
No, I was gonna say, stalemates are just parcel of the game. Sometimes it's okay to sort of like sit back a little bit and try to coordinate what you want to do, especially if you're sitting in sack after sack and nothing's really going your way. So we actually do see Yosh really, really aggressive peaks, and he's actually gonna have both soldiers, and he's just gonna be cleaned up. Ash and Knight don't want to give him any space.
Oh,
and
the
actually
force!
Forced in sewer.
Yeah, nice job going in there, finding the force once again, and now it's going to be GCI 404 full Uber to work with. They have a soldier behind here. I believe that is Ash, and he will get cleaned up by Shamu. So they're 2 down. They can't be overly aggressive, but they might find Mirrorman, and they do. So that might let them be a little bit more confident here, as they have not yet popped their Uber, waiting to try to find more frags. They will get crit 2 down from the side of Rebirth right now, as this is going pretty darn slow so far tonight. Not too unexpected though. GCI is going to cap this point out and start moving it in onto second. Still have that Uber, about a 50% ad at this point though, so I'm expecting them to try to find this medic early. Here comes Laz. He's going to jump up. Doesn't quite stick the landing there, and Rebirth is going to just give this up for free because they don't have any other choice. How are you expecting to see GCI try to take this last?
I mean, if they wanted to, they could have taken it really quick, leave a scout to cap, and then just try to call the bluff of Rebirth and just take an exchange, because Virgil was about 70% when they were stacking the cap, but now at this point, you know, I expect we're going to see some sacks in here and there. Nothing too aggressive as of yet. We'll probably see a couple sacks in. If that doesn't go well, they can't work any picks in their favors, then we'll probably just see an off-class like a sniper or a spy. The important thing is that they do have to get some level of advantage, because they are into an even Uber situation with a gun up
4-4
at the
might
same
get forced,
time.
29 health. Oh, so much damage in there.
Super aggressive.
But doesn't use it. And now we have even Ubers.
Yeah, well, I really like aggression from them in lobby. They know that they have that gun that they rely on if they happen to get pushed in. So, you know, just trying to poke and prod a little bit, really just pressure cook them in that lobby situation. So good head awareness play by Rebirth, and GCI, they didn't lose any players, so there aren't any off classes up yet. So it looks like they're just happy to poke flanks and get a pick, and they have, because they have picked up Mirror indoor 1.
Yeah, that might be what they need to move forward here, getting a bit of spam onto the gun. They will find Crypt as well. No soldiers right now for the side of Rebirth, and they might lose Shamu as well. Very weak right now, poking and prodding, but not looking good. Now it looks like GCI wants to walk through 5 here. They have Laz on the other flank as well as their other soldier. Ash, now pressure isn't onto point. It's, yeah, he might get this for free, and he will. Nobody gets onto point.
Nova turned around then.
That is quick 2-0 right now for the side of GCI as we get into this third mid.
My man was just like, dude, I'm standing on the point. I don't want to shoot you guys. I'm just gonna finish this right here, and he does.
Yeah, nice clean cap there. So Rebirth definitely needs to slow this down a bit and try to find their own footing. But now on mid number 3, we're not seeing the double soldier bomb from the side of Rebirth, playing it slower. As I mentioned, going to get a little bit of spam onto the combo via a soldier on the high ground. Now comes Crypt. He's going to be up there trying to come in with Mirrorman, and they get the kill! A huge double bomb onto 4-4. They find Yite now as well, but they lose Yosh Crypt. Last balls in pursuit. Lots of weak players for Rebirth, but they're finding all the frags right now. That was a beautiful play on mid from the side of the Rebirth soldiers. They got in, found the rockets, nup spam into the corner. You know, easily won mid.
Yeah.
Only Brandson gets out.
Yeah, huge bombs from Mirror. Both splitting the attention again. Both every player like, oh god, which one do we shoot? They don't know which one to shoot, and then I think it was Mirror just lands right in front of 404 at the same time as Crypt does, and just sinks some rockets. Gets the frag, and now Rebirth. This could be that mid that they need. Pushing into last with full Uber advantage. See how they take. So I expect some heavy aggression. See how they go.
Yeah, we'll have this gun up. Here comes the Uber. It's going to try to find the gun early on. It does very quickly. Up on the high ground right now are the side of GCI. 4-4 getting very weak, down to 13 health. Shamu will die on this. Now 4-4 does go down Crypt, finding the fall through on the kill, and also picking up Alex right now. Pressure is onto point. Yite on the heavy is cleaning up everyone right now. Rebirth losing this last push. Virgil, the only one alive. And now GCI will come back out onto the second. They did lose their med, but since Virgil has unable to build up here in this downtime, it's not going to be too big of an ad, only about 5-10%. So Rebirth got to play it a bit safer than maybe if they had been healing earlier, but no fault to Virgil on that one. She couldn't get to her team because they were respawning.
Yeah, that's what happens when they all die. Really good heavy play, by the way. Just, you know, coming out of spawn, just doing some mowing down, you know, just being a bloody tank is what he is. And then I believe it was Ash just getting the cleanup kills with those fat rockets of his. So really good hold by GLOBALCLAN Ice. They're doing quite well in this match so far. Double bombs coming in though. It doesn't look like they're going to get anything besides who's just going to get in the respawn queue is what he's going to get.
Crypt, yeah. Oh wait, behind us, Yoshi fight forward for a huge flank play from Yoshi. I turned
How does he do it?
I don't know, but he finds a beautiful, I think that was just a 2-shot there. I turned around at the perfect moment to see him open up that shutter, and obviously no one was looking behind, because why would you? There shouldn't be anyone there, and now Rebirth will have this full Uber to work with as they try to work their way in onto second, and then last we already have the gun, and also now Yite on Sniper. He's going to be peeking from rollout right now. If he can find an early pick, especially onto Medic, that would be huge. Right now, should have been called out. Going to be looking for Junie right now, who's pretty low. Maybe Shamu, if possible. Virgil's going to have... Oh, there's the body shot onto Junie, trying to jump out. So definitely going to slow things down for Rebirth. This is a pretty solid second hold. Hitting another headshot, I believe, was Yite. Yoshi's looking to go behind again, though. No way. Okay, so he's not going for the back cap, but he's been caught out. Laz will go down Shamu, finding that kill, I believe, in IT here as Rebirth is deciding to push through there. Coming forward with their medic. Ash will get caught out as no one was there to support him. Why would they be on the flank? And now second cap will come in.
They've
got
picked
that gun
up Ash. They've picked up Laz. So I would take this in. The sniper isn't in play anymore too, and they've got full Uber advantage. They have to, well, not full,
so
but they've got
many
to
weak
use this
players
quickly.
though. Look at their health.
Oh, jeez.
3 in red. Oh, and Crypt dies late. Oh no. And now Ubers are even too. Also Shamu, no. Oh, that has got to be heartbreaking for Rebirth, losing 2 in a very critical moment. Now GCI is going to take this player ad and just start walking forward. You know, the fast spawners, because of where Rebirth is on the map right now, but they're not here for another second or so. Mirrorman will get caught out by a pipe. Yoshi's going to have the super popped in onto him, trying to find 404 early, but they will just pop right back in, and now the re-aggression is coming from the side of GCI, picking up Yoshi. Trying to escape is Virgil. Looks like no one's going to be chasing too hard, though, as Rebirth is going to settle in onto their mid. A little bit of aggression from Laz, Ash, and actually no, GCI is just going to start rolling right through here. Got players in the air trying to chase down, pick up Junie, and they will be successful. Now Shamu has to try to stall things out for their med, as only 4 alive on this second point. That was just a bit of collapse coming in. Ash they're taking this further. Ash comes in now. Laz taking the space for their team. The soldiers doing an excellent job on the side of GCI. We'll see another last hold now. It is 2-0, so this would end the half early on if GCI is able to cap this one out.
Yeah, that was an interesting string of events, to say the least. When they were on GCI's second, Virgil, it seemed like she and the combo just had this weird level of disconnect. They weren't quite sure what to do. Virgil ended up getting connected and almost over towards sewer, so it sort of felt like they had to use. But what ended up happening is players went down. The trade was not in their favor. They lost their demo. They lost Crypt as well, which just meant that all of GCI just had free room to come in, take the space. There was no demo. There was no soldier to help buy them, and then they just managed to snowball that from a push out of their last into a push onto Rebirth last. So they've got to clean up mistakes like that. They've got to Rebirth has to make sure that their combo is in total sync, because we can see right now GLOBALCLAN Ice are playing very tight. They're playing really together. There's a strong level of teamwork that I was talking about before the match started. So Rebirth, again, just clean up these mistakes, man.
Here comes Laz going very deep behind. He's going to take this high ground, and now going to get jumped by Mirrorman. The gun will get taken out by Ash, though, and now a bit of damage going in. Laz will inevitably die, as does Brand Slam. Yoshi is the consolation prize as Alex picks up that kill. So GCI will back out onto their second. No one's cleared 1 right now for the side of Rebirth, and they'll lose Crypt early on. Yite is able to just shoot him down with the scattergun and taking a bit of aggression through rollout as well. Eating a little bit of spam, that'll slow them down for sure. 4-4, definitely low health right now, not fully willing to push. But now Laz, they're in position here to take it maybe through 5. They're going to send both scouts through 5, it looks like, or at least Yite getting behind. Now Laz going to help him out, but the nice headshot from Yoshi's too much, and Laz will fall. Now Yite in that spawn also going down, 2 down on the sack from GCI. It's Rebirth's move to push out. Still have that sniper though. We'll see if Yosh decides to swap.
Yeah, they're trying to do this strategy where they bleed in players behind and try to make some advantages work for them. Holy crap! Oh man!
Oh my
big
god!
bomb dropping 404.
That was nasty.
Perfectly timed mute from the chat bot too.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Nice job, whoever predicted that one. Someone can see the future.
Yeah. And now full
Merriman just jumping in. He says, "See you later, kid," and just drops them. So this is where Rebirth have careful though. They don't want to get forced pushing into second, and with the sack wave almost coming in, the demo jumping, the other players jumping just to try to scare them out. It doesn't come to anything, but. This is what GCI is looking to do. They're looking to really just apply that pressure and make Rebirth work for every sort of point that they can get.
Laz is in, trying to get onto Virgil. Can he find anything? They'll fight Shabu and they get the drop! A huge play from Laz, picks up 2, including the Uber. And now GCI getting ready to storm right back in onto this mid, have the heals to do it. So much aggression coming forward. Laz is behind right now, trying to pick up the soldier who's jumping out. Oh, can't find it. As Crypt will find Laz on that flank play, but Junie dying late means there's no traps for GCI to contend with. Yoshi's going to get caught out here, eating a lot of spam, trying to escape, but Brandslam picks him up in the end. So only 2 alive and a medic for Rebirth right now. Spawners are so delayed, 10 seconds on the clock that they have to work with here. So full Uber, GCI taking all this ground. They're just going to walk in for free right now. Again, those having no traps there as your demo died means GCI able to walk right in, trapping up this door, and they pick up Yosh and Junie. No gun to contend with. There's pressure down to point. Brandslam going to get this cap almost for free. Of quick 3-0 from GCI. First map of the night. And yeah, we'll go into halftime. Take a look at logs, but definitely not looking too strong from Rebirth right now. Unable to find their footing here tonight.
That's what they call a bruh moment, that drop from Virgil. That was quite the ball coming out from I believe it was Laz. It could have been Ash. I wasn't paying close attention. I just saw the big soldier bomb in the drop. GCI 100% in the driver's seat. Again, the teamwork and cohesion, everywhere that they've got on the field at the moment is they're all on that same wavelength. They're all vibing at the same frequency, 144 hertz or whatever. I don't know what a frequency is. Rebirth, on the other hand, again, it just seems that it's a cohesion issue, or maybe it's a DM issue, or maybe it's both. It's always a little bit of both. They really just have not found their footing in the match whatsoever. So they've got to take this halftime and figure out like what the heck is going wrong. What mistakes were we making? Like, is it the basics? Is it the fundamentals? What are we doing? And let's fix it. Let's look at logs.
Opening up these logs early on, deaths 4-4 with 4, and Virgil only with 1, but that does not tell the story of the night, as Alex with 351 damage, followed by Ash 267, and then Junie 261, Mirror 248. So insane damage numbers. Obviously Alex 351 is pretty darn big, also hitting 3 air shots. I'd love to look at those. Ash hitting 1, and no one else on the board with air shots. Come on, guys. I want to see some fun plays. What are you seeing in these logs, those Jazz?
I mean, I think in these logs, it's not really telling the whole story. The logs are a bit low insofar as kills and damage are concerned. I think the story of the match is more, again, just to work. I will say though, Alex having a really good game, 351 DPM, 11 frags too. So maybe going against that, oh, he just works on damage, he doesn't play off the frags type of comment. So he's having a really good game as well. Ash and Laz, both doing a lot of work out there, big damage numbers for them. But having just seen how these both teams are playing at the moment, it's a lot of cohesion versus a lack of cohesion.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I gotta reopen these logs real quick and see what else there is to see. I definitely think that Rebirth isn't playing poorly, per se, but not playing their best TF2 here tonight. Definitely some opportunities to maybe be a bit more aggressive, play together. On that third mid, when we saw those soldiers go in, they delayed their double bomb a little bit. They had that cohesion that I was talking about in pregame and got that beautiful kill onto 404. If Rebirth can continue making plays like that and make that their standard in play here tonight, definitely going to be looking up for them. Maybe we'll see a bit of a comeback here, but 3-0, definitely not a great situation that they want to be in on, again, first map. So even if they lose this one, still have a chance on map number 2. So not all is lost is what I'm saying. Even if they do end up losing this match, still plenty of TF2 left in the night.
Yeah, I think for GLOBALCLAN. Sorry, can you still hear me? Sorry, I just had to hop on my hotspot.
I sure can.
Sorry, I saw him our mumble. Oh, Jazz is lagging. I'm like, okay, no, we're gonna have this. We're gonna make it right. So what I was saying is, you know, it is halftime, and the guys on Rebirth, they're not going to be happy with that first half. So they have a bit of time to take and explain and like figure out what's going on. What can we fix? But as well, GCI, you know, they're gonna know that that Rebirth is taking this time to figure out some things and rally the troops. The interesting question for GCI is how do they kind of in the second half and, you know, keep that forward momentum, keep the ball rolling in their favor, because, you know, momentum is such a funny thing in sixes. Just one play going against you can really turn the tide of battle. So if Rebirth comes into this half and they start off strong, it could quickly turn around for GCI. So GCI, they've got to keep their head in the game, got to keep focused, and that when the second half starts, they're keeping to the fundamentals, and they're keeping that strong cohesion and teamwork that they've had for all the first half. But Rebirth, they've really, again, they've got to pull together.
Yeah, definitely want to see a bit of a turnaround, make this game a bit closer, a bit more interesting, as we have had GCI already up, so waiting on Rebirth as they make their adjustments in this halftime period. Beyond maybe seeing a bit more similar plays to our third mid double soldier bomb delayed there that I mentioned before, what are you looking for Rebirth to adjust on these mid fights to try to take them a bit more cleanly and continue that aggression in onto last pushes?
I mean, their double soldier sacks that they're doing on these mid have been quite effective. We saw that with the last mid pad where one of the players just in and got some big frags. So they're gonna, you know, maybe continue that. Maybe just make sure that when the post fight starts coming out, I suppose the last half of the mid fight starts coming out, that they're playing tight and coordinated. But they also have to really, I think, you know, fortune favors the brave in these situations when your back is against the wall. So maybe play just that little bit more aggressive and try playing a little bit more just gung-ho style gameplay. You can't be scared at this point. You really, especially if it's the first map, you know, if you lose the first map, it's not a good situation to be in, but it's also not the end of the world too, right? So I think here they have an opportunity to maybe throw some stuff at the wall. This isn't their map pick 2, to be fair, or is it? If I'm wrong. But if they lose this map, not the end of the world. They at the very least need to make sure that they go down. I will say Virgil only had one death, 404's 4. So Virgil's doing a very good job at keeping herself alive. She just needs to help keep the other guys alive as well.
Yeah, it looks like I see. Yeah, both teams have readied up. Excuse me, got a. It didn't give me the sound, so I was a bit confused. But we're on mid number 4. GLOBALCLAN looking to secure this one out in the next 2 rounds, ever in search of global domination. But we have Mirrorman from the side of Rebirth going for a little bit of spam early on. They're going to be rotating around, both teams around their rocks. Laz maybe looking to get forward, exchanging a bit of spam onto Crypt, but nobody really committing early on here. Yite very low. He's going to get healed up on Rock by his medic as now Rebirth is in this corner a bit. I'm waiting to see what they want to do. Virgil, I believe, took a little bit of spam, so had to back off. Oh, Crypt gets deleted in the air. A bit of damage onto him, took him out, but now Alex goes down. No demo man for the blue team. Rebirth does lose Shamu. They will back out as a result, but GCI won't be able to push in very quickly down their demo man as they cap out this mid. Both meds with full Uber.
We got us coming in, and almost gets Virgil. He does get the force off though, so he gets the force off, and Rebirth really isn't going to be able to do a whole lot with this. It's just going to be Yosh, I believe, trying to poke and prod. He's actually going to get ban slapped, and with Ash down as well, this is a good situation to be in. But we do have a pause coming out.
You kept talking, and it was paused, obviously, and I was like, wait, did I lag out? I got so concerned for a second there.
Yeah. I was concerned too. I was like, oh my god, please tell me like I'm just not lagging out and everybody else is.
It's always terrifying as a caster.
GCI, they're on the same
Oh,
wavelength, same frequency. So are we with our fears.
Yes, well, the fear of lagging out is ever prevalent for a caster, but here comes the bomb, and the 4-4 gets the force. A nice job there by Rebirth Soldier. Crypt very low. Mirrorman did go down. Shamu also in the red. Can Crypt get out? Yite trying to chase this down. Picking up the pack was Crypt. Now Yosh coming in to help him out, so shouldn't be a second death here for Rebirth, but down 1 and up Uber, about 25% add. Bit of spam being sent over this fence, though, by GCI as they're looking to take positioning. Ash is getting aggressive, trying to get onto Junie. Here comes Laz from the side. Now Ash jumping up once again. Not finding too much, though, as he's weak. Now Mirrorman jumps in, but Alex hits him with a pipe right in the face. Very weak players all around, and there goes Virgil. Taken out. Oh, absolutely devastating for Rebirth as they're so weak, and now Laz finds Junie, Ash finds Yosh, only Crypt alive, and he's going for a desperation sack right now and will not find anything. Traps on this last already, pressure is in. Bomb comes in from Mirrorman. Yosh doing his, or Shamu doing his best, but no, it's 4-0 here for GCI. Just absolutely devastating to lose Virgil there, and everything kind of collapsed afterwards.
Can we get in the chat, boys? Let's get those Fs in the chat going. I believe that's the pause would be anyway. Rebirth are not going to be happy yet. There we go. So, yeah, unlucky for Virgil. She was really caught out there, but GCI just starting the second half strong.
Yeah, they're being very aggressive with positioning. Here comes Mirrorman. Looks like he's alone on this bomb. Crypt also going in, trying to find Alex. Maybe goes for the air shot, misses it. Yikes! Oh, Virgil went down while I was looking the other way, and now Wait, a lot of frags on both sides of the map, actually. Absolute chaos here. GCI looks like they're going to be backing out. 4-4 getting very weak. Want to keep that med, and therefore large Uber ad alive. Midcap will come in for Rebirth. Very chaotic mid there, though, from both teams dropping 4. You still with me, Jess?
Yeah, sorry. I forget that I put talk on and I'm not just on voice act.
Well, now... you go ahead here. What do you have to say?
Yeah, well, you know, again, this is a good for GLOBALCLAN to be in with Uber advantage. And it looks like they're content just to bully out all of Rebirth with that Uber advantage alone. I think Rebirth, they've really got to start figuring out a way to get Alex down more consistently, because he's just putting out so much damage and doing so much work for GLOBALCLAN this map.
Yeah, Midcap's now going to come in, and Rebirth is all the way out to their last right now. They lost Mirrorman and Crypt, no soldiers to be spamming in here. Second cap's going to start coming forward, and so is GCI, as they're getting very aggressive. Virgil might get caught in this corner, trying to escape into spawn. The force is achieved. Ash gets taken out, as does Laz, but Rebirth in terrible positioning, and now the Uber ad goes right back to 4-4, excuse me, and the side of GCI. But Rebirth is looking like they're going to take this keep the positioning pretty aggressive. They're going to cap out their second. GCI didn't have anything to really push or hold off of. They'll be happy to go back onto second. Looks like they're rotating into IT here to take this next fight. What do you think of this play?
I mean, they got forward momentum, and they're just happy to play this aggressive play style. Global Clan or Rebirth can't even. I mean, they can't hold this at this point, right? When the push comes in, they're at that uber disadvantage. They can only passively hold it, but I think it's better just to go back to your last and just try to build and get some guns set up. Oh, look at that air shot onto Virgil. Ash, holy, I don't know if you caught that. Please, I hope it was caught on the camera. It was, Ash just jumping into heaven. He's Virgil, pops her up with one rocket, and then she's in that roof and just hits the other one. That's a clean way to end this first map. A very convinced 5-0 on the side of Global Clan.
Definitely not what we were expecting to see, but we'll have to watch out for what the side of Rebirth is able to do in between these maps. Excuse me, losing my words a bit here tonight. We'll take a look at logs though, and see what else we can glean from these. But just very dominant right now from Global Clan.
Yeah, Global Clan. I mean, getting the second half over in 5 minutes. Like we're here to play. Like, welcome to the big league, kids. So they are just coming out strong. They're coming out and really just showing what they're worth, showing what they're made of. And Rebirth, they just haven't had any answers. They hadn't had answers to the questions that Global Clan is posing for them this entire game. So how they reconvene, how they figure out things for the next map remains to be seen. But at the moment, if this trend continues on to the next map, Global Clan are gonna make short work of Rebirth. So Rebirth, they have to take the time to just sit back and discuss. All right, guys, we are so much better than this, and we know what the hell is going wrong, right? And and these are all good players. Shamu, Mir, Crypt, Dingo, and Virgil. They're third place for a reason, and the reason is because they're a very strong team. And in these situations, when their backs are against the wall, they're able to really pull things out and start again playing in a sum of the parts is greater than the whole type of situation. But Global Clan is asking all sorts of questions, and there's just absolutely they're failing the test.
Yep, now we have an opportunity to look at combined logs. It's going to be Alex with 343, Ash 271, Yosh 251, also 14 frags here, although top frags will go to Pransam with 21. Nice job cleaning up on the damage there, but I think Yosh is having a pretty darn good game right now. And Rebirth, if they're able to rally around him, his damage is just playing very well here in this match. Might be able to see them turn things around, as map number 2, excuse me, is Snakewater. So another CP, no Koth in this matchup here tonight, as we've mentioned. So yeah, an opportunity now for Rebirth to try to take things back and even it up map-wise. Definitely want to take this pretty cleanly going into what will hopefully be a map number 3 if they're able to take it.
Yeah, one of the interesting things I've seen about Rebirth is that typically with their scouts, it's always one or the other, right? It's always Yosh is either popping off or Shamu is popping off, but it's neither both at the same time. When they're both popping off and they're both firing on all 4 cylinders, Rebirth is an extremely powerful team. So Yosh is having quite a good game. He's getting frags and he's helping his combo and the rest of the team. But Shamu is just really not feeling it tonight. So Shamu needs to start stepping up and really getting into the game. But also Mir and Crypt, are just not having a great game either. Mir 6 for 16, Crypt 6 for 18, Junie from Spy Kids as well, our boy Dingo 5 for 10, 5 and 10, sorry. So this is they're not playing the best, but going into the second map, going into Snakewater, it's a chance to reconvene, to start figuring things out a little bit more. So it's not the end of the world, but it has to start coming together very quickly.
Yep, absolutely. And looks like we're having No, I saw even numbers on the scoreboard and I was hopeful, but only 10 on teams right now, 11 in the server though. So we'll have a little bit more downtime here. But how do you think these mids might play a little bit differently to those of process, and what are you looking for either team to do on these mids?
Well, I know with the soldiers for Rebirth Esports, we were seeing on process they were doing a lot of those high soldier bombs, trying to get on the combo of Rebirth. So I expect we'll probably see more of that breaking out over the course of the map. But you know, Snakewater mid is a very soldier heavy mid, so this is a real opportunity for them to show their stuff. So I think if the rest of Rebirth, as soon as Crypt and Mirrorman go forward and start playing aggressively, if they can follow up on that and match that aggression, then they could be in for an easier time here. So, you know, GLOBALCLAN, again, this play has been really tight. They've been very cohesive throughout the course of the first map. So they're going to be expecting this. They're going to be expecting Crypt and Mirror to play that aggressive soldier on these mids. So I think if they play tight and continue to play hard as a team, and you know, take that aggression when those opportunities present themselves and exploit the misplays that Rebirth are going to have, then they could be in for a very quick map again. You know, again, GLOBALCLAN hitting that first map with a fat just 5-0 in around 15-20 minutes shows that they're here and they mean serious business.
Yeah, and we'll be seeing now 12 in server, everyone on teams and whatnot, so hopefully it won't be too much longer, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a bit more of a delay as Rebirth is trying to gather themselves and turn things around here. Gotta maybe separate what you just mentally separate. You know, the 5-0 loss is definitely not what they want to start out the match with, so taking a breather, stand up, get some water, and try to collect themselves and get ready to come back in. The pregame antics, I must say, are hilarious to watch. Everybody's just trying to sit underneath these stairs, and everyone at once. It's very interesting. Anyway, what else do you have to talk about for Snakewater? Sorry.
I don't know. I do want to say first off, big shout outs to Dolphin for putting together this this April Fool's style stream. You guys don't actually know how distracting it can be when you're in the middle of the sentence and you hear like a fart sound go off. It's very funny. I'm really enjoying it, but you know, I'll be sitting here and all of a sudden I'll just hear it's like, oh, what the heck? Or you know, so big shout outs to Dolphin. I think for Snakewater, you know, I really love playing Snakewater, and I think
oh my god.
Yeah. I always love Snakewater, and I also love passing gas apparently too. So there's my analysis.
Sweet. Beautiful.
I don't really it's hard to analyze when you're just hearing fart sounds all over the place.
Yeah. An opportunity though, a unique opportunity tonight to use those channel points tastefully. So
I don't think there's anything tasteful about it.
Oh, half of the sounds we're hearing is Dolphin spamming them to us. I could be wrong. But talk about how I did not take a screenshot, but my game said I did. That's also very distracting. What do you have for predictions going into this map number 2? GCI is already up 1-0 with a 5-0 win.
I think it's going to be 5-2 in the favor of GLOBALCLAN.
I would have to predict something similar. I think Rebirth probably will be able to take a few rounds here. But only time will tell as we get in onto mid number 1 of map number 2. Gonna be a lot of kind of just methodical planning out what you want to do. I'm not expecting to see anyone overcommit early on. on this mid, although the positioning from GCI is just so superior to that of REBIRTH, holding the high ground, getting those spam angles. REBIRTH has a few weak players. Now Alex is actually going to die early. Crypt finding this kill, and 4-4 getting very weak as well. Crypt will go down. Grand Slam dies on the other side of things. Weak players all around for the side of REBIRTH, though, as they had to be careful here. Junie does go down. Now REBIRTH only has their scouts and medic alive, and they have a soldier behind jumping in. Last man Shamu up in the skybox. The Uber is popped out onto just Yosh. They have to escape with this full Uber for 404, and the side of GCI to work forward with. Not the mid REBIRTH was wanting to see.
Yeah, really unfortunate stuff for REBIRTH. They had a lot of really good early aggression, and I think when they got Alex on... Oh, the Uber's been south, though.
Nice force. Oh, the bomb! Oh, the bomb from Alex almost found frags onto Virgil. She's so weak! She lives, though. Again, that bomb from Alex coming in, I saw that from third person just coming in and almost deletes Virgil, and then the counter bomb onto him finds the kill. That'll slow down GCI, but they'll have these spawners.
So good.
Yep.
Cracked and go, dude.
Cracked and goaded, but REBIRTH with a bit of an Uber head and have those players forward. They're going to be walking their way in. Laz actually going to get caught out early here. Ash going for a bit of a bomb, but he gets taken out. Virgil pretty low, has to be careful. There's some spam heading her way. Will she go down to just 21 health? Has to find this back as safely as possible. They get the second cap in. No tragedy strikes on point number 2. Yites will be spotting here a bit. Here's the traps. Does anyone die to them? They're gonna get found. So Virgil now full Uber. 4-4 approaching 90%. They're gonna stay pretty aggressive in positioning because of this. Looks like Branson getting the majority of the beam right now. We'll see if Ash decides to go for anything. Here comes Laz and Ash both in, trying to find Yosh to get Yosh. There you go. Ash trades out. Now a bit of a scuffle on point. Virgil is forced out, and now popping back in is GCI. A much better Uber, though. I expect a lot of players to die for REBIRTH here. Mirrorman, Crypt, both going to die early on, but sacrificing their lives for their team. Branson trying to find Junie late, though, down to 72 health. And here's a bomb from the follow-up on the damage.
Tragic.
GCI finding Junie, and now capping out the second. And Laz already in a spam angle as GCI works forward.
And they're just taking this to last already. They're not content.
Virgil in the air.
Oh, an almost air shot, and then she goes down.
And no one's on cap.
Just a little bit of pressure. Oh, Shamu! No,
if
yeah,
there were
too
a
powerful.
few more players, if REBIRTH hadn't lost players late, that might have been an insane last hold, but unfortunate. Now, mid number 2, are you expecting to see this one go a little bit faster, or are you thinking it's going to go slow as well?
Yeah, well, I'm not quite sure. I think, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Early sticky trade going across point, though. No huge damage as of yet. I mean, it seems here both teams are content to just positioning for a little bit and wait for the opportunity to present itself. There is some decent spam coming out on the side of GCI, chipping down Mirror. He's really weak. Yosh is also quite weak, too. And, but they've somehow managed to bully out all of GLOBALCLAN just through superior positioning and focused spam alone. So, a good second mid on the side of REBIRTH is taking this straight in the second. They don't solve this momentum.
Yeah, now lots of positioning to work with here. They will lose Mirrorman, though, so they'll have to now back out. Can't hold that ground that they took. GCI going to flood right back in, not holding anything back, finding these traps from Junie. Even Ubers, though, so we should likely see an exchange here unless it's just too much damage one way or the other. Crypt down below fighting Ash. Shamu goes down, expecting to see... Oh, here's the force again. Crypt is deep behind.
So good.
Wait, can Crypt find anything? No, he'll be deep out. He's there. There's no way. Yeah, he goes down. But stalling things out a little bit, and because of that, REBIRTH will have a chance for some spawners to maybe come forward in a moment at this huge disad, though. 4-4 did not pop once again, as the force just keeps getting found, usually by Laz. GCI is ready to walk back in. Here comes Mirrorman, going for a hero play. Can he find it? Oh my god, he gets it done again! Mirrorman is so big tonight. Finding the kill, sneaky little play, and now REBIRTH, they're not going to be able to flood right back in, but an absolute monster play from Mirrorman, opening things up for the future.
That's the type of play that they needed. Rebirth is always finding themselves in these good situations, but somehow, you know, a player like Laz or Yite will slip in behind and get the force out onto Virgil. So Merriman just saying, no, we're not going to have this play out again. Getting that big drop onto 404, just playing for his team at the moment. But now Rebirth, with the super advantage, they've got to make this count. They're 1-0 down. You know, you know, what the
Here they
hell's that
come, the
song?
Uber's in. Coming in onto point.
Running
No
in
one's
the-
there right now. There's pressure
Do they
right now.
get it?
Oh, the Yite Heavy is up. They find 2, they find 3. Yite goes down. Junies goes down as well. It's just Virgil again. Oh, tragic.
They
had
certainly
such a
running
chance.
in the 90s with that.
Oh,
last,
now
that
Virgil
is
dies
for
late.
certain.
Or will die late here in a moment, found by the Grand Slam with the help of Laz. Oh, and now a huge disad. Already have that sniper in the forward spawn looking for any pick here. But tragedy strikes again on another failed last push from Rebirth.
Yeah, they you know, kind of an unfortunate situation for Rebirth to be in with that full Uber advantage, but flubbing that last push. They, you know, there's always that fine, you know, that fine line of going in really aggressive and taking it quick, and going in and scouting it out first and then taking it really quick. As I say that, Mir goes in and gets a big force off onto 404. Shamu also finding Alex on the sniper class, so that'll help stall that aggression. But Mir has gone down, Crip has gone down,
Oh,
Yosh
the
has gone down
post-fight.
as well.
Oh, the post-fight frags coming for GCI. Now Yite is bit deep too. Just 2 scouts right now for GCI to keep working forward. Alex has respawned now. Brandsam looking for something. He gets airshot a bit. Mirrorman dies though. Yite cleaning up the frags. And now with just 2 scouts, able to take all this positioning. They'll get the second point. Now Alex is here. Ash is coming forward. Laz will be here in just a moment. So dire straits once again for the side of Rebirth. Have that sniper up though. He's going to be peeking from truck side. Trying to find any frags if possible. 4-4 at 100% in just a moment. Not looking good for Rebirth again.
Yeah, I mean, 1-0 down at the map isn't the thing in the world, but they got to make sure that they can work something in their favor and make this last push count. And Ash is going to be the first one to fall with a great headshot by Yosh. But now that they know that sniper is in play, expect them to play just that little bit more passively and not take as many you know, risque picks, if you will, peeks rather, not picks, because it's Yosh who's trying to get the pick.
Yeah,
you
Yosh's
look
so
at this
aggressive in
positioning.
positioning.
Yeah, but you look at this.
Rescopes again.
404.
Oh, he finds a body shot onto Alex. He has no fear.
He does not want to lose this last push or this last hold. 404 putting himself in a position to not die stupidly, hiding on that little banister near the drop to
He
under.
finds another.
Ash going down, but Yite finding it in response. But Yite
Oh, that
also down,
opens
so
things.
this is 2 down. And
Rebirth
now
wants
they're
to
taking
walk.
this. Yeah, they're really aggressive in lobby. Alex is going to go down too.
Trying to find the
Yosh does
force
get
now,
traded out
though.
in return. But I mean, they're dropping players left, right, and center. It's only the med and the scout on second. One of the Ash does end up jumping in, but you know,
The bomb
Rebirth
onto
has taken a lot
4-4.
of forward
Oh,
position,
gets the
and
force.
he gets the.
Very nice play in the tail end of this fight from Mirrorman, finding a beautiful force. Yeah, now just gonna have to back out, try to hold on to second as best you can for the side of GCI. See how fast they build here, but I fully expect side of Rebirth to be walking forward here. No off classes in play at the moment. Ash taking some high ground. Here comes the repush. Virgil uses it very early on. Yite goes down. Got players behind though. Ash is there. Ash can take this last for free. Wait, no. Now there's a soldier trying to duel him on the point. He's Mirrorman. Will he find the last frag? That will draw everybody back. And now the pressure in from Brandslam trying to find Junie, and he will be successful. This is collapsing right now for the side of Rebirth. This Mirrorman goes down as well. Here's a bomb from Ash trying to find Virgil up in the sky, who's very weak and does go down. Ash finds the frag. Shmoo goes down as well. It's just Yosh. The Uber's popped out, but the point will be capped inevitably. Full team wipe as GCI goes up 2-0 now in this second map. Just finding that opening frag and working their way forward. Absolutely dominant.
That was That was the worst Uber I've ever seen, dude. That was, I don't know what they were thinking. There was absolutely nobody on second. They ended up pop out onto bats to try to get into second, but when they do that, there's just nobody there, and you know, they can't really do anything. And as soon as GCI pushes back in with that advantage, it was all over.
Yep, now mid number 3, Rebirth gotta take this slower, but no, they're gonna lose 2 early on, and Virgil very weak as well. Oh my god! The chase is up, but they fight 4-4 at the last second. Mirror Man on the opposite side of the mid. A consolation prize at best. A full team wipe once again. And look at the positioning from Alex. He's already trapping off this truck side spawn door. Junie knows it, but also Laz already on last. Second hasn't even been capped. Junie's able to... Oh no, the trap finds Mirror Man. No one, I guess maybe Junie didn't call it and already have that NG and Sniper picks up. Although the Sniper's going to swap up Josh there to help build, I believe. But just absolutely dominant from GCI so far tonight.
I feel bad for any bet on Rebirth in the channel, but this is... Don't become a gambler for a living, please. You know, Rebirth, they just... I almost feel like GCI's gotten in their head a little bit. They're just making these silly mistakes, and GLOBALCLAN is sort of emboldened by this the way that they're playing at the moment. They're realizing that they can just throw stuff at the wall, and you know, it's really thrown Rebirth off of their game. You know, having the fact that you see Laz go forward, and that you had either Laz or Alan forward. Alex has gone forward as well, just to start trapping and spawn camping, is really disheartening, especially in the playoff game.
Look how aggressive he is! Sorry to interrupt. If you can find a kill, that'd be so massive, though. He takes a shot and loses. Shamu and the gun find Yai. So much damage onto Yosh, but not finding him. Sorry to interrupt. You were saying?
Oh, I was just saying. I think GLOBALCLAN is winning the game on a lot of fronts, but they're starting to really win this. Ooh,
sorry, I keep interrupting you.
You're good, man. You're good. You know, I'm just on the Yosh fans, so you know, if you see something, please chime in. But yeah, so GLOBALCLAN is very much winning this mental battle at the moment. They've not only gotten the rounds on the board, they've gotten themselves into the precious real estate that's ahead of the Rebirth gamers, rent free. So we have to very quickly and start pulling it together. There's an Uber coming in from under as well.
Yeah, going for this last push. I don't believe that was a force. Yeah, did come up on Sniper, got taken out. Now he'll be back onto Scout. So full Uber for Virgil in the set of Rebirth. Gonna wait for spawners. Should see Shamu swapping back onto Scout, and I'd expect Yai as well. Yep, gonna have Cookie Cutter classes right now for the set of Rebirth. Laz is underneath by Africa right now, maybe looking for a bomb as soon as Rebirth starts working forward. Again, with this full Uber to work with. Lots of spam. Looks like they're going to go cheese. Kind of flanking around, trying to push into their own second. Below are Laz and Yite looking for a fight. And Crypt and Yite both going to go down. They find Mirror Man as well. Here's a bomb onto Virgil. Find the force. Very weak players from the side of Rebirth. 2 down for each team. Ash is below. I don't know if anyone knows about him. Shamu's going to be looking for the cap right now. That might draw Ash back. No one. Oh, here's a little bit of pressure from his scout as well. GCI just not going to give up this point. Ash now regrouping with his combo. Getting very weak, though. A little bit of spam would have taken him out. Wait, I didn't even see Virgil die.
Yeah, Virgil died.
Was that just a pipe?
No, it was some stickies by Alex. Really well positioned in just picking up Virgil. There's going to be full Uber advantage on the side of Global and Ice. So not too good if you're on Rebirth, and they're just going to take it straight in from right side. They've gotten the sentry down. They're getting space on this point. They're edging the cap a little bit too, half cap, and then you're just going to see the sacks go in for the point now.
Is a bomb onto Virgil as well from Ash, getting Virgil down.
Yet.
There's a kill, but 4-4 does die, but another full team wipe. Point number 3. GCI takes the second half, or first half of the second map. So far, not giving up a single point. We'll take a look at logs here, but, you know, the story has been the same all night. Rebirth just unable to find a footing.
Correct. Pull up these logs real quick.
Look at the damage from Lads, 318, outdoing Alex with 313. Yosh, again, putting out good damage in frags. He's 11 kills and 292 DPM. Mirrorman with 280 as well, as 11 kills there, but just so much damage coming in from Laz and Alex right now on the side of GCI, finding those frags. Top kills do go to Ash, who has 16 here in this first half. And medic deaths, 6 now for Virgil, and 4 for Mr. 404. Lots of 4s there.
Yeah, it's it's really quite tough for Rebirth. I think, in every shape and form, they're just being outplayed, outgunned, outmatched by GLOBALCLAN. GLOBALCLAN, again, this is a team that has played together for a few seasons now. They have that level of cohesion, and when you maybe don't quite have that, it can be very difficult. You really have to be firing on every single cylinder, and this is it's just not their night at the moment. They have one more half to put it together, but I think just watching what we just watched, it really seems like they're not even in the same ballpark at the moment. They don't have the puzzle pieces. They don't have answers for the questions. There are many different analogies that you can draw, but the fact is that GLOBALCLAN, extremely dominant game, and Rebirth just have not been able to match that.
Yeah, I believe we had... well, both teams baited, so I thought one team might have just readied up very quickly, but no. An opportunity for Rebirth to adjust. They're not going to count themselves out quite yet. It is a playoff match. They're going to give it their all the way through. But I do think that this has not been their... I don't know how to say it. I don't think this is their peak performance by any means. Definitely have seen them play a lot better. So also GCI has been stepping it up tonight. I don't know if they were, doing a little bit of prep work, thinking about how Rebirth wanted to play it. Didn't look like they were too ready for the double soldier bombs from Rebirth. So I don't know. We'll have to find out maybe in post-game interviews, depending if members from whichever winning team wants to swing by for those. But what are you expecting to see different on these mid-fights now in the second half of this second map?
I mean, I think at this point, I think at this point, if you're on GLOBALCLAN, if you're on Rebirth, and sort of same situation as the process map, your backs against the wall. If you lose, you still go to the losers bracket, which so you're not totally out, but you're definitely not as in control of your destiny as you would be. So I think you can maybe I would just they can just afford for it. They can play very aggressively and really just try to throw as much stuff at the wall as they can within some reasonable level of risk. Because the matter is they've lost the first map, the 3-0 down on the second map, going into this last half. So getting 3 rounds isn't impossible, but with the way GLOBALCLAN is playing at the moment, it is a very, very hard task indeed. So I think as far as the mids go, I would just start off the map, play about as aggressively as you humanly can muster up. Just as soon as you get to the mid, all right, we're all in.
We'll see. Oh, Mirrorman went for something, but the counter bomb on this mid from Laz, and now Shamu actually gets taken out. Branson cleaning up the kill. Also, yeah, you're finding Crypt. It's collapsing right now. Yeah, did go down to the bomb. On the 4-4 gets the kill. Mirrorman finding that. And Juni Yosh will be getting out. GCI no med to push in further here. I think the side of Rebirth, with their combo playing a little bit more passive, allowed them to get out, and that huge bomb from Mirrorman finding the kill. That aggressiveness that you were talking about pays off here in the 4th mid.
And I think now the thing that GLOBALCLAN are going to be looking to do is just that force off Virgil. We've seen a lot during this map that Virgil they often find themselves into some sort of advantage, but they just get forced in some silly way, or they use really poorly. So they need to make sure that when they come in.
Oh,
Ooh.
sorry.
Oh,
Goes
but
down. I thought he
out.
could 2v1 or 1v2, and now the
Tragic.
bomb comes in. 3 down, but get the force. 4 with 75% will hold on. So mid, you know, you use for a midpoint, you don't find enough to really be able to steamroll though. So we'll just see some settling down.
The thing is that they managed to deny all the forward spawns on the side of GLOBALCLAN. So all they've got is 2 scouts. Although Alex has just arrived to the second point as well. So I was gonna say they could maybe play a bit aggressively and just see if they could get any sort of picks on a scout and maybe get a force out. But I think once they that Alex is there and that the push isn't done, they're smart to back out.
So much damage going forward here. We do see Alex and Ash and Yai all go down. 2 down for the side of Rebirth, though they'll have their spawners a little bit faster. They hold on to this mid. Only Brenslam and Laz here, combat classes. 4-4 has this Uber. They're going to pop it in, trying to get any kills. Maybe looking for Junie right now will be the sacrifice player. Is that Crypt all the way behind? He's on mid, looking at this post Uber to find the kill on. Oh, he's going to look for the scout instead. Can't find it. But lots of damage. I don't think anyone from Rebirth will be able to clean up. And now, though, the drop from 4-4, killing the opposing medic with an arrow across the mid. Oh, one for the highlights. You never see that.
That is
perfect timing. Good job, chat.
That is absolutely tragic there. Just say, you know, Rebirth trying to re-enter, but at one point there was only 2 alive, and then 404 with a cheeky little arrow across the midpoint, picking up Virgil while she's retreating. Sorry, as it is going to be really demoralizing because they have started the second half strong, but you know, again, you know, getting forced or dropping your Uber like that is just another notch on the old noggin that you don't want to have. GLOBALCLAN full Uber advantage. They're going to want to end this map, and they're going to want to end it quickly. So I expect to see them take this in through that right-hand side and sometime soon, which they do now.
Yeah, they're going to find a lot of damage onto Crypt early, but don't find the kill. He's still that gun up. Junie's 1 health, finally going to get taken out by Ash. Pressure is in onto point. Mirman finds the frag, though, and it doesn't look like he's going to go down. We might be seeing a pretty safe last hold right now. Gun goes down. Yai is cleaned up. Now there's damage onto Virgil. 4-4 did go down. Virgil's alone right now. The damage is in. The force is achieved. Virgil staying alive, and now a full team wipe. Oh, GCI beats their last push, and Rebirth can push right back in. I don't think they'll be able to take as much ground as they would like, but beautiful play there to keep this last point, keep the match alive, and they'll be working their way forward as fast as they can.
Well, the interesting thing is, too, is that they denied Ash and they denied Alex. They actually put Alex on a different spawn wave, too, so this is going to give them a lot of space to push into the second,
damage
or
into
this midpoint.
Can they find the
drop?
Oh, he gets
What's up? But he gets kill anyway.
Beautiful soldier play from Rebirth here. Junie's a bit low right now. We've got to be careful of Ash trying to get in. Who does find Junie. Branson trades out. Now damage onto Yosh. Finds the kill as Alex have that sniper in play right now with Yite standing on mid, so they'll lose the mid cap. But maybe Mental's looking a bit up right now for Rebirth, especially after such a terrible mishap earlier.
I mean, yeah, they've got advantage, and they helped the players who got into who got the forward spawn. Sorry, so they're gonna have time and opportunities to push this in with advantages. They do have to be careful because players are lurking around. There actually has a soldier's gone and bled into lobby. Virgil has to be careful.
Oh, nice job there by the scout.
Calls
Shamu.
the bluff.
Yeah, Shamu body blocking that soldier. And now Crypt is taking this 1v1 versus Ash down below. Finds the kill and a live with 2 health. Now finding a pack, and Rebirth will be working the way forward, finding both those soldier kills. Yeah, in forward spawn with the sniper class picked. So if Rebirth goes lower, they might be running into a death trap here. You got to be careful. Have that full Uber to work with. Don't want to see another drop here tonight. The sniper's taking a shot. He missed it. Does he back out? No. He's taking another, and he hits a headshot, I believe. There's so much damage onto the soldier who's trying to deny it. No, doesn't find a Grand Slam.
Very
it's
aggressive.
off the kill. Yeah, such
But just
aggressive.
that threat of the sniper was enough to stop Rebirth from pushing in 2 second, and now the Ubers have evened out. They've lost Crypt as a result too. So now they're gonna have to hold mid on a 5v6, which isn't impossible, but it's just a little bit more added difficulty. Mir has to be really, really careful though, because he is really, really weak, as is Yosh. Yosh getting to go on Ash, I assume it's cratered. Laz going in as well and dying. So Rebirth, again, they've started the second half strong. They playing a bit more tight, you know, and they just need to make sure that they continue this and that they can get a point on the board sooner rather than later.
Yeah, you gotta really try to get this one in. Here comes a bit of a bomb. The force is achieved. It's gonna be just onto Brandslam right now, and you can't find Shamu. The fancy feet from Shamu right now, spending this whole Uber on him, and they can't find the kill, but there's no damage onto Brandslam either. Here's a bomb from Laz coming in, finding 2 kills, but 2 kills straight out the other side. Mirrorman dies late now. There's a frag onto Yite. 3 down from both teams. Here comes Ash trying to get damage in onto Virgil, who serves it away a little bit. Crypt jumping in now. Behind is Ash. The force is achieved. Ash goes down 2 alive right now for GCI, but is that enough for Rebirth to move forward? No, they're going to be happy with capping out second and settle in for another fight soon. Nice job.
Damn fart sounds, man. Now that was this is good. I think again, Rebirth has started really strong. Interestingly to note, I think Yosh is actually tucked in a little bit more. He's not playing as hard a flank scout as you normally would see. He's playing almost a pseudo pocket role at the moment. They've been very wary. I think they're recognizing that the biggest threats that are coming from Global Clan Ice at the moment are these soldiers, the big bombs of Ash.
Drop! Oh my god, he gets it done again! Another drop from Mirrorman. I'm gonna lose my voice by the end of this. I was not expecting that kill, but Rebirth now gonna use in onto this last point. They're gonna look for kills. They do lose Mirrorman, but Crypt finds Laz. There's pressure in from the other side. So much damage on point right now. Can they find the cap?
And
they
there's
do.
the first round.
Rebirth finally taking a round here. Second half of second map. The score is 3-1. Can Rebirth turn it around and get this comeback to the place from Mirrorman have been too much to handle.
Mirrorman is so big, as someone would say. I don't know. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Next mid fight, though, Sticky's being sent around point as per usual. Both teams taking position as of right now. No
double
damage been, but the double
coming
bomb.
Coming up to 4-4. Oh, Trip dies and the other soldier backed off, and Virgil dies instead.
Virgil dies too.
And Junie now very weak down below. Yosh will die. It's just Junie and Shamu. Shamu goes down. There's pressure in. Terrible mid-fight from Rebirth. Likely going to lose. Oh, wait. No way. Junie lives this for free? There's pressure, and it looks like he will live, actually. So, 4-4, and the side of GCI will have this full Uber to work with as they get ready to push into last. Crypt is a bit forward. He's going to back off, though. We got the gun coming up. Looks like it's going to be an underneath push. Maybe not. Alex rotating back around. Going to look around Shutter. Got some traps there. Got the gun up level 1 on the left side. It's going to eat a little bit of spam from Alex, though, as they get, again, just looking at how to come in. Now the Uber has popped out. Going to find this gun early. Damage in. Here comes a bomb trying to pick up Yosh. If they can isolate him, that will be an opening pick. But so far, unsuccessful. They finally find a Branson, finding that frag in the end. 4-4 actually dies to a Mirrorman bomb, who now trades out instead, and there goes Ash cratering as well. Shamu finding that frag. Oh, Laz goes in and kills himself, actually. Can anyone find more frags? Wait, there's so many going in favor of GCI as 3 go down from Rebirth. It's just Virgil on point, and they will lose it. I thought that Rebirth had a shot to hold that one off there, but in the end, the team wipe again, and it's match point to move on to face Froyo attack for GCI right now.
Yeah, I think just they'd all got shuffled in that right corner of the of their own last point, and as soon as it happened, it was just game over. GCI had all the space in the world.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see GCI be very confident on this, what might be last mid-fight. Here comes a bit of a bomb up, but Ash actually dies. He strays away, but doesn't find anything else but the respawn timer. Alex getting pretty weak, and now some aggression from the side of Rebirth. They're going to send a soldier in, just force GCI all the way out to second right now. A nice, very tight and clean mid-fight from Rebirth. Here comes Crypt going for a sack, and also has Mirrorman in on that, but they're not finding any damage in. Crypt might be able to live right now, maybe finding... Oh, he gets the frag. No, Shamu gets the frag, actually, onto Laz. Yite finds Crypt. So there's your sack win for both teams, and they'll stabilize both meds with full Uber. What do you want to see to break this stalemate?
I just want to see. I want to see Earth grab their nut and just take a really, really aggressive exchange. I don't want to see any. I don't want to see the sniper. I don't want to see the spy. Like, all right, no. We're doing it. We're gonna go, and then just I don't know, take an exchange, right?
Maybe.
Other than that, I mean, in all these situations, I always find the easiest way to break a stalemate like that is to work a pick and then work that pick to get more advantages. The problem that Rebirth is facing at the moment is that all of GLOBALCLAN is playing. They're not playing passive in a sense that they're far back, but they're playing passive in a sense that they're all playing very tight around their own combo. They're afraid of Sai, maybe a little bit of Mirror Man TSD. Big bomb coming in, but doesn't do anything. Very unlucky if you're Crypt. But yeah, so they need to figure out a way to work a pick and then work those picks into various other advantages. But when you have a team that's playing as a really, really tight combo, both flank and combo players playing around their med, it's a really tough task indeed.
So many weak players right now for Rebirth, but staying alive. Great heals from Virgil as both meds again holding on to their Uber right now, and GCI giving up a bit of space here. They're gonna send Ash up onto Pipe here and have that spam angle, but it doesn't look like Rebirth is too keen on just rushing through as well. Now maybe taking a little bit of room in Saw, just getting ready to push Mirrorman down below with Yosh as well. Have those traps to contest with though.
I gotta say, I'm loving the run in the 90s. Little sound clip that we get here and there.
Yeah,
Anyway.
definitely fun.
Yeah. Definitely the most ending cast I have been
Our
part
Crypt
of
bomb.
in quite a
Crypt
while.
bomb!
Big bomb!
Oh, doesn't find the second rocket onto 404. Now that's gonna maybe be Laz coming forward. Junie's so weak right now. Mirrorman likely get caught. Yite will die on the other side of things, but such aggression finding Yosh as well. Alex just botting forward right now. He's decided GCI, and they'll pick up another, and now one more. It's just Crypt and Virgil as GCI, without using an Uber, is going to second at the very least, maybe even further. Not great right now for Rebirth.
Yeah, GCI doing what I'm telling Rebirth to do and just finding one pick and then using that advantage to work more advantages in their favor. At one point, at least 3 of the players for Rebirth were really quite weak, and then Alex ends up coming in and just dropping stickies, artillery fire left, right, and center, and cleans them all up. Although he does get picked off by Yosh, who is on the sniper. Yosh
Back
really
cap, no! Yite is there, Yosh hits the headshot, but that's the game. Oh no, to end like that. GG's in chat. Oh, that's so sad. Just you get that meta kill, but then you lose to a back cap. This is so sad, chat. But GCI, in their constant search for global domination, moving on to take on Froyo Tech in the next round of playoffs. We'll take a look at logs here and then likely getting some interviews in here. But again, GCI is taking it 5-0 and 5-1 against Rebirth in this first round of playoffs. What are you seeing in these logs?
As far as the second half log is concerned, it was a little bit more tighter, and we did see that Rebirth getting one round, but the time for them to have turned on their jets was a little bit too late. I think at that point, GCI had already grown in enough confidence to see the game out and see it out convincingly. Brandslam having a good game. Yosh also having a good game too on that pocket scout role, but I just think the biggest I suppose if I can find the word, the biggest turnaround point was when upon retreating into their own saw, Virgil got dropped by 404, that great arrow by 404 from across the map. I think that was really the turning point, because at that point, GCI were sort of on the back foot. They maybe a little bit shaken up because Rebirth had started that second half quite strong, but Rebirth ended up, in that push. I guess in that retreat, had dropped one or two players, and then it was just, I believe, Shamu and Virgil, and then just that cheeky little arrow to find that drop is just going to be, I've had that happen before when I'm in comms, and when you're a med and you get the drop on the med, it's like you really start to you're like, yeah, let's go. It's really something to rally the rest of the team around, and so I think from there it was just a matter of when, not if.
Yeah, absolutely. And even with this, taking a look at combined logs right now, even with these the score result, Mirrorman finding 6 medic kills. Absolutely crazy from him. Ash found 3, Shamu found 2. I'm not going to go through the rest, but just dominance there from Mirrorman in terms of getting in the face of 404 and finding those kills. 2 drops from 404, 1 from Virgil. What are you seeing in these logs?
I'm seeing Alex having a extremely good game. 15, 10, and 9. With so he was sort of doing that style of Demoman gameplay that I was talking about in pregame, where a lot of what he was doing is more focusing on the damage that he could output. Him outputting the most damage on his team, followed up by Laz, and then Brand Slam and Yite with 26, 21 kills across both halves. We're doing a lot of work. Brand Slam 26 and 8 with a 4.0 kill assist death ratio. On the other hand, there really for Rebirth, there really was nobody really having a good game. Yosh is probably doing the brunt of the work as far as frags are concerned, but I don't think, I said earlier that Rebirth is a very interesting team because it's always one or the other for the scouts. When both scouts are really really on it, then Rebirth is really powerful, but it really felt like Shamu never got into the game that like how you'd want to. I don't think Dingo had a good game either. 6 and 12. Demomen aren't always measured, unless you're Habib or Enrith, I suppose, aren't really always measured on the amount of kills that they're getting, but the damage that they're putting out. But I don't think Dingo was doing nearly the amount of damage that you would need a Demoman to, and he was having to rely on players like Mirror and Crypt and Yosh to do that damage. So tragic, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely not the outcome that we had expected with such a dominant or a one-sided match, I should say. Still waiting to hear about interviews. Moxie, if you're in chat, maybe, I don't know, nudge your players to tell them to do this. Just saying.
Get
only
the
if they
heck
want.
in here, boys.
Right,
Or
right.
girl,
Come
if
on.
you're Virgil.
We need content here. After such a fast match, but
Well, what were you seeing, Godfather? I know you typically do more of the play-by-play and leave it up to me for analysis, but you're a kid. Like, what were you seeing on the field?
I was seeing that Rebirth soldiers were definitely doing their best to get in and making those plays, and the coordination you could definitely see there was working, just not to the extent that they needed, and not to the effect that they needed as well. And then on the other side of things, I would say that the cleanup damage and focus fire for GCI tonight was just too much to handle for the side of Rebirth. So great damage, grinding that MGE over on the side of GLOBALCLAN Ice. I think that really gave the win to them tonight.
Correct. We do have total combined logs as well, if you want to take a look at this real quick. I haven't a look, and again, it's sort of just the same story that we've been painting the entire map, where it's just GLOBALCLAN very, very good, Rebirth maybe not as good, where just looking at some of these, like Alex doing a lot of damage over the course, a combined 15 damage per minute of the 53 minutes and 9 seconds, the 2 maps, whereas Dingo 11 and 22, only 1200 damage, 256 damage per minute. You're really wanting your demo man to be doing a lot of that damage over the course of him. So maybe he was just being little bit too baity. Maybe wasn't just, I don't know. Just same thing with Shamu. Just never really seemed to get into the game at all. But again, and I was calling this before the maps, before the series started proper, that I think if you're on GLOBALCLAN, you do have a bit of an advantage because they figured out the most efficient way for the team to play, and that's enabling Alex, and that's enabling Brand Slam to clean up on the damage that Alex is doing. They play a really tight scout demo combo. Whereas Rebirth, they're definitely a good team. There's so much potential there, and believe me, guys, they're much better players than I ever was or ever could be. But I think on the night, just the cohesion and the connection that GCI has built up over 3 seasons is what's made the biggest difference. Also, Crypt had a bad game, 18-1.
Yeah,
yikes.
Not the performance he was looking for. 18-9 and 41 overall. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, once again, not the peak performance of Rebirth, but GCI definitely having a very clean game. And again, they'll move on to face Tech next week, and Rebirth will now face My Enemy List After Dark in their next matchup. They're not out of the playoff race quite yet. Hopefully we'll have those matches both covered here on stream. Gonna ask Dolphin directly now, what is the situation with interviews? Okay,
Cringe.
Dolphin saying they don't feel like interviews tonight, so that will be it from us. We'll wrap things up here. Jazz, any shoutouts for you tonight?
Yeah, I'll get my shout out. Just for a quick question. Do you think Rebirth would have done better if they were still called Putis.org?
I am not going to respond to that question. I'm very thankful that there are sponsors in Invite this season willing to shell out the bucks so teams can compete. So shout out to all the sponsors. Yeah. GCI and Rebirth both sponsored teams this year, or this season rather. I will say Putis.org was 6-0 as Putis.org. I don't know. That's all I'll say. No, but for real, shout out to all the sponsors. Will be my first shout out. But you now go, Jazz. Any shout outs from you?
Shout outs to Dolphin for having me as always. It was a lot of fun, even if sometimes when you're talking you hear the fart sound and you're like, oh god, I gotta keep on continuing my train of thought. Shout outs to you as well, Godfather. Always a big pleasure to cast with you. Shout outs to all the boys down in Oz Fortress, especially my boys Lev, Lugnuts, Crud, and Aussie 12 and some other guys who can't think of the name right now. Also, if you are an insomniac or you live in Europe, God forbid, I am going to be casting some Australian Highlander tonight at 7 p.m. Australian time. I'm not going to do the conversion for anybody in America. You can do that on your own.
Minus 14 hours?
Something like that. Check that out on Critscast if you are insomniac. So shout out to Critscast for having me as well. Otherwise, as always, shout outs to my girlfriend and my dad. And take us home, Godfather.
Very infrequently do people accidentally just call me God, but I'll take it.
Also, shout outs to the Lord Almighty. Easter weekend, go to church.
Nope.
Or don't. I can't do, man.
There you go. Well, shout out to Dolphin. Give him all the hearts in chat. Made this custom cursed map thing. Got to see Benny on a billboard the entire match. That was really great. But yeah, shout out to Dolphin for excellent production as always. Shout out to you, Jazz, for casting and not baiting, because you do that a lot. I won't dance around it. You bait me too much. Shout out to.
I was moving last week. No, whatever.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Shout out to Heidi. Sorry, never asked how the name was pronounced for fixing my profile picture because for some reason it was blinking before, but they sorted that out and now it's not. So that's great. Go follow my Twitter at GodfatherCasts. But that is it. This was Global Clan Ice versus Rebirth Esports, the first round of Season 5 Invite Stations playoffs. My name's Godfather. I was joined by Jazz, Dolphin behind the scenes. Global Clan Ice taking this one in 2 maps. Have a great night.
Proletariat, with weapons for fighting, the bourgeoisie.